Welcome everybody to the Feeding Frenzy Friday. My name is Brian. This is where we break down the Friday featured asset from Notes Direct. If you're someone looking to buy notes and you want an expert opinion, this is the place to be. We have Scott Tyler, a veteran of almost 30 years in the note business, giving us his thoughts on these notes. If this is a value to you, we would love for you to just smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click that bell notification so that you get a notification every single time we post one of these videos ahead of the emails. Let's go. Well, Scott is away this week, and so we've got a special guest, another note veteran of the business, Mr. Joe Varnador. How you doing?
Very well, Brian. You can call me an older version of Scott if you want to, but only this one time.
Nah, I think I'm gonna skip it. Skip it. This week we've got a note, and I really want to get your thoughts on this. So we've got a non-performing note here in Mississippi, right?
Yes, we do.
And so what are some of the things you look at right away when you look at a non-performing note like this?
Well, first thing is, so I'm thinking about, okay, what's my workout going to be on this? And this one's pretty obvious, right? You've got a note that that isn't even, well, it'll be a few days before it's even 90 days past due. So, Brian, I would call this a sub-performing note. So, number one, it's only 60 plus days past due, right? The borrowers have owned this house since November of 2007, right? So they've got that emotional equity, and the house is worth $60,000 as well. So, that checks 1, 2, 3 boxes. There are a couple of more items we can talk about as well, as that are very positive on this. And one of those is rents, right? This house would rent for $1,200 a month. So, with the payment being as small as it is, it's crazy that that this thing would even go to that. So most likely, you're going to file, and this thing, you're going to get paid pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I think it's also going to be interesting, I think, to a lot of investors that are watching this, because so many times people want to know, hey, this non-performing thing, I think it's something I want to entertain. I'm scared to take a bigger risk because I'm not educated or whatever, right? And obviously education reduces your risk, but for whatever reason, psychologically, people think, hey, it's smaller balance, it must be less risk. And if that's something you feel, great. But most importantly, for those of us, maybe we don't have a big account to be investing in notes. And so maybe this is an opportunity for some of you who have a smaller account, somebody who's just wanting to put it into an account that they're ready to start to grow, right? And so again, I think some of the things you pointed out are really, really impactful, as well as really this idea of when we talk about risk management, right? So every time we look at a note, we want to know, what's the likelihood I'm going to get paid, right? Joe, actually, I hear you say it actually more than anybody else. And so when I'm looking at the fact that I'm buying it for $12,000 and it's worth $60,000, it's worth 5 times the amount that I'm putting into this. My chances of my capital being at risk is obviously going down, right? And like you said, when you got 60 days, I mean, the likelihood that somebody can come up with a month or two's worth of payments versus someone who's delinquent for 9 months, a year and a half, 4 years. It's the longer you go, the harder and harder it is to get that person back paying again. 1, because they owe so much, and 2, because psychologically they've just become accustomed to not paying, right? So we just need to dig into this, find out why this person isn't paying, see if we can help them find a solution to get repaying. And if they want to stay in the house, which I'm assuming they do since they've lived there since 2007, then let's give these people a second chance, get them back to repaying, and now we'll have a re-performing note.
Hey, Brian, you know what I call that? I call that life happening, right? Bad things happen to good people all the time. And, you get a couple of payments behind. And, the thing that I love about this business and about the non-performing business, I'll get a little sappy here real quick, but you can help people one house at a time, right? One house at a time, get caught back up. Imagine, having that weight on you, and then somebody coming in and say, hey, let's do this. We can get you caught up. And we'll get you paying again, and you've got a great return on your investment. And again, you've got so very little in it. The check you've got to write is, as Brian said, is 5 times less than what it's worth.
And you're owed 18. So
Right.
you're owed 50% more than what you're even putting in. So it's a good one. Make sure you're doing your due diligence. If this is for you, hey, go click that buy button and make it happen. Well, thank you so much, Scott, for taking some time to walk through that with us. If this asset is for you, make sure you do your due diligence and then go and click that purchase button. Go out and make it happen. Take action. If you want to see more notes, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you click that bell notification to get the latest updates so that as soon as we post these videos, you're getting the information ahead of the emails. If you're new to Notes or you want to learn more about Notes, you should register for our one-day deeper dive class through our sister company, Note School. It is a one-day deeper dive class to cover everything from creative financing, creating your own notes, learning how to wholesale and flip notes, things like performing notes and selling partials, what it looks like to make some big money with some bad debts through non-performing notes. It's a wonderful full-day class. You could register for that class below. For the rest of you, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next week on the Feeding Frenzy Friday.